Hi, it's me again. I hope everything is going well on your collar. I've gotten several inches done here on mine. What I did is I went ahead and intentionally forgot to weave the starting cord back and forth through so that I can show you how to fix it, and then I can show you how to secure it into the collar. So I'm going to go ahead and just thread my needle here. And if you've forgotten, it's no big deal. Your last spot where it comes out, each row you can see the hoop here, the loop. And if you take your needle and you put it right through all the way, you can see on both sides it goes right through the center. So you'll just pull it, oops, up one side, go the next row, go back through the loop all the way through, pull it, and we're going back and forth, and when it comes to making products for dogs, they're generally a little tougher on their items than you and I. And my philosophy is that to go ahead and just overdo it, because I would much rather have my collar too strong and too safe than to have it broken and them running down the street and hit by a car, or, you know, something just horrible like that. You're just going to go back and forth. Making sure each time you go right through the center. Just a couple of more rows left here, and then I will be all caught up, where is as if you had not forgotten to just twist it over each time. One more. It's getting a little hard because it's in between the loom now, but I can see it. Perfect. Okay, so now it's just like you had never forgotten to twist it back and forth as you were making your collar. So what you're going to do now to get this nice and secure in here, whoops, looks like I must have knocked a couple of these off, or didn't get them done, who knows. Okay, so now you're going to go ahead, if you don't already have your needle, your cord on your needle, go ahead and thread your needle now. And I've got a little more than the 8 inches I said, but I think that this is plenty far. into my collar for the size that I'm making. And I'm going to have to turn this so that I can do it because I'm right-handed. Okay. So now with my needle, I'm just going to go underneath, over, underneath. See? And pull it. Then I'm going to turn it and do just the opposite. I'm going to go over, underneath, sorry. Over, underneath, over, underneath. And I'm just going to do that probably one more time. You just don't want to pull it too tight in there, or else you'll scrunch up your collar, the width of it. And perfect. Now, this is my working strand. This is my strand coming from my needle. So now I'm going to take my little scissors and I'm going to cut it, leaving just a little bit of extra. And I'm going to take this and flip it down over on the inside of my cord, the inside of my collar. And I'm going to burn the end there. And secure it down. Whoops. See? We all make mistakes. I tend to make probably more than my fair share. But it's all good. I figure if you see me struggling with it, you won't feel so bad if you make a mistake. Okay. Wet your finger. Stick it down. Oh, I didn't realize I was off camera there. I'm so sorry. Okay. So what I did was I held it down with my loom tool, since it's metal and it won't burn. I held the end down and then I put the lighter on the end there to keep it from fraying. Melted it. Once it was melted, I licked my finger so I don't burn my finger and put it right there on the melted nylon and held it down until it dried. So now we're going to just move on to our next row. Okay, and now your end. I'll go a couple more rows here just to show you, but it's sandwiched right in between there, in between your two sides, and burnt down so it's in place and should not be coming up. And it's twisted through a good 6 inches of the collar. So see, it's sandwiched right in there. So go ahead now and knit your collar, whatever length you are making, until you are about 2 inches from the end, and that's when we are going to add a D-ring. And when you're ready to add your D-ring, go ahead and come back to the next video, and I will show you how to add your D-ring on to your collar. See you then.